Welcome to My Way Janelda's vlog. I have someone here that I met a few years ago. Everyone, welcome Zeke, Gam3Time Titus. Welcome.
Hi everybody, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good today.
Okay. Did you get all spare and everything?
I'm just living one day at a time, enjoying myself. Blessed to see another day. And just doing my thing. The grind never stops.
Exactly. So, Zeke, what inspired you to be a dancer and a rapper? Oh, I say game time.
Um, what inspired me to be a dancer is just watching a lot of music videos. A lot of people don't know that growing up, I was a very shy kid, and music videos, especially that incorporated dancing, like Janet Jackson, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, TLC, those what inspired me to want to dance, even though nobody knew that I would be in my bedroom by myself just learning the choreography. And then after that, I graduated from high school. When I got into college, I wanted to kind of make a different name for myself and kind of, build my confidence up. And that's when I started to pursue dancing.
Hmm.
And the rest is history. People started to love and enjoy it, um, especially seeing a big boy dance the way that I do. It gave
Go
me the
for
confidence that I
it.
needed to really pursue it professionally because, I never thought I was going to be a professional dancer. But yeah, I know it was my calling, so I could keep doing it.
That's great. That's great. And then, like, which one is your favorite, rapping or dancing?
Honestly, I can't choose. They're both like a part of me. Like dancing is definitely my first baby. It's my first
Hmm.
love. But since I've transitioned into being an artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm in love with that too. And they
Right.
coincide with each other as an artist, you know what I'm saying? So I can't do one without the other. Well, I mean, I could, but as far as an artist, I can't incorporate just the artistry without the dance. So I need both of them.
Exactly. So you'd be like Beyonce, right?
Exactly.
There you
I'm gonna do it
go.
all.
Exactly. So, what was the challenges that you had to face in the entertainment industry, Zeke, and how you was able to overcome it? And were there any like backlash? Like, were there any kind of like certain standards for executives in the industry to consider? Can you elaborate that?
I feel like the toughest obstacles that I've had to deal with, like the industry, was to prove myself all the time. I'm not your typical size dancer, you know what I'm saying? I'm plus size, and we don't get the recognition that we deserve in the industry, or at least when I started out. When I moved to California in 2018, uh, it was all about typecasting. You had to have a certain body type for certain videos, award shows, and things like that. And the one thing that I had to struggle with was, being the outsider. And although everybody and their mama who was in auditions would say I'm an amazing dancer, you should have got it, you should have booked it, I would never
Right.
get the job. But I never allowed it to stop me. I just had to continue, finding my own lane and proving my worth to all of these other professional dancers and
Right. Right.
choreographers. Um, and yeah, since I've done that, I feel like I've gotten the respect that I deserve. People respect me so much more and just show me a lot of love. It took me a long time to get there, but now they see like, big boys dance too. So now I see so many other people who look just like me who are getting the opportunities that they deserve from all of the
Hmm.
accomplishments,
Excuse me. Hmm.
accomplishments that I've done,
Right.
just with dancing alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I never thought that I would be able to break down barriers and allow people to see me for who I truly am as a, you know, hard worker and just a professional dancer and just, you know, letting people know like I could stand next to all of these kids. Can I cuss on here? I could stand in front of, all of these other skinnier buff dudes or women and I could probably move better than them. And when I shock them, I like to prove myself and just let people know like you will never ever discourage me or put fear in my heart. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Anything that you can do, I can do it too, and I could probably do it better. And it's just the
Okay.
confidence that I had to build up over the years, just proving myself with any and everything that I've done, not just dancing, just life.
Exactly, exactly. And speaking of public figures, like Ellen DeGeneres, Janelle Monet, Madonna, Big Frida, Pete
Mhm.
Buttigieg, excuse me the pronunciation, but the U.S. Secretary of Transportation for the Biden administration, Lady Gaga, Laverne Cox. and many others speaks very heavy about the LGBTQ community. Now, as a member, Zeke, what do you think are some of the top issues that the LGBTQ community is still facing? And can you explain, or can you please explain those issues and elaborate?
I feel like we still have issues when it comes to just uh, respect in society. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we still
Right.
have a long way to go, especially when it comes to transgender men and women. I feel like they are always pushed to the bottom of the barrel just because they have to fight just as hard in the LGBTQ community to prove that, they're here, they're human beings, and just to get the respect that they deserve on a day to day, they shouldn't have to walk on eggshells. Neither of us in the LGBT community needs to walk on
Right.
eggshells, but I feel like they get it tough. They get the tough end of the stick. Um, and just the violence that's been going on, especially like with shootings. I forgot where the shooting had recently happened. I think it was in Colorado or something like that, I believe.
Just recently, right, right. In
Yeah, and
Colorado, in
so
a nightclub, I think. Yeah.
yeah, at a gay nightclub. And so these things have been reoccurring over the years and they haven't stopped. And so all of these hate crimes, it just makes it difficult for us to even want to go out and enjoy our time and ourselves with our friends. And hell, even just walking down the street, you know what I'm saying? We have to watch our back, or we always have to, watch what we say because we never know who is going to get offended or who wants to start a hate crime against us. So
Right.
all these different things, like we still push ourselves to be confident and to, push the grain to let people know that we're here, but we still have to be cautious at the same time because you just never know how people are going to react. So hopefully that changes or gets better with time.
Right. Right.
Let us live. Let us do our thing. We minding our business. We ain't bothering nobody. We just trying to be happy just like everybody else in the room. That's it.
Mhm.
And there's enough room for everybody to be happy. So everybody else got to get the program because we ain't going nowhere.
Right. And they're paying bills, so leave them alone.
Hello. Ain't
so,
that the truth?
speaking of you, Zeke, so you had a very, very successful year. Of course, you was one of the dancers for artist Lizzo for this year's BET Award show,
Yeah.
and for artist Saucy Santana, excuse me, music video. So what was that experience like for you? I know you were all excited and
It
everything.
was crazy. The Lizzo situation.
Mm-hmm.
I had actually got a message to Instagram to submit for Lizzo for a previous show that she was doing, and she was looking for
Okay.
male dancers. And I did my online submission and audition, and they told me they decided to go with doing a different direction. So I was like,
Right.
okay, but they told me, we're going to keep you in your back or their back pocket, and I'm going to give you a call when the time is right. And I knew in the back of my mind like something was going to happen. I've been manifesting to work with Lizzo for so long since I've seen her at Coachella,
Mm-hmm.
and I just knew I wanted to work with her. And so when I received the email and the phone call to come in and be a part of her BET Awards performance, I was floored. I think the first person I called was my mother. Um, and when I got there, just seeing so many familiar faces and meeting new people.
Mm-hmm.
One person who is a bass player for her, she's from my hometown, so it was just like familiar faces and just being able to work with like-minded people and people who I've worked with in the past. I don't
Right.
know. I was speechless. I enjoyed
Right.
it,
Well, I was
and then being on
happy.
stage. Oh, being on the stage. Oh my goodness. Let me just say this: people don't understand the hard work that it takes to put on a show, to put on any
Exactly.
performance. It takes a lot of hard work, and Lizzo is definitely one of those people who worked hard. She came into the rehearsals, she did her thing. We drilled the performance, 10,
Right.
20
Right.
times until she knew it was perfect. And I love that type of work ethic. And then hitting that stage with her, I will never forget it. That is a moment that will live with me for the rest of my life.
And that split, I said yes.
Yeah, they asked me. They were like, "Do you have any tricks?" Nobody said anything in the room. And I was like, I could do a split. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do that. And when I did it, they were like, yeah, we're definitely keeping that. And so when Lizzo was singing it, she said, yeah, you're coming to the front with me. I want the split right next to you.
Yeah. And I was
It was
like, I
good.
remember watching that. I was watching, of course, your performance with Liz. I was like, he looked familiar. Wait, let me go on demand and rewind this. And then I was like,
Like, I knew that was you. I knew that was you. It's crazy because I didn't tell anybody about it. Like nobody knew, except for my family. And
oh,
when they finally seen it on TV, the messages and the love and support that I got from that was amazing. And then right after that, I got asked. No, the same day I was performing with Lizzo, I got asked to do the Saucy Santana video. So it was like another booking right after that, and I love stuff like that. That's just a blessing right there.
right, right. And how's that too? Sauce Santana music video. Was that
It
something
was
that?
fun. It was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
I met Saucy Santana before because I had opened up a show with him in LA with
Okay.
my boy Aniche, and he was cool people. He showed us love as well for our performance.
Hmm.
And during the rehearsal for Lizzo, he was going back and forth, and he was always, showing love. It was very genuine. And so to work with him a couple of days later, the vibes were very, very good. Of course, he was busy doing the video,
Right,
but
right.
he showed us a lot of love when we hit that floor or we hit that set. We was hot, we was sweaty. He made sure that we were good. Listen, get them some paper towels, y'all. Like he took care of us, and just
Mhm.
the energy overall was just so much fun. It was ratchet like I like, but it was also a professional gig. We was able to,
Right.
shake our thing and the video came out amazing. He loved it, we loved it. It was a good time.
Yeah. And how was that too? Working with, I think it was Lotto as well.
Yeah, Lotto. I didn't really get a chance to meet her. We just said hi, in passing. But
Hmm.
she was a beautiful spirit too. She was very like down to earth.
Hmm.
Um and it was fun. I didn't get a chance to really meet her like I wanted to, but things happen. I'm gonna meet her again. I'm gonna work with her again. I'm not
Manifested.
even gonna read. Right, exactly.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm so happy for you. And besides those experiences too, you had your album out called Clocked in the middle of the year. What inspired you to create the album?
Uh, um, the album I really wanted to try to, and I say this all the time, I wanted to try to bring like real music back.
Right,
I'm an '80s baby, but I'm a '90s kid, so the sounds that I decided to use are very throwback, very retro, not your typical trap beats that a lot of artists use these days.
right, right.
Um, and it allowed me to basically, you know, talk my talk and just be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And just
Hmm.
talking about different experiences that I've been through, whether, relationships or going to the club or, feeling my sexy side. So having, oh, and also representing, my big boys and my big girls. There's a song on there for them. There's a song on there for people who like to go to the club and be with their people and just make money. It's a song for, my fellas. You know what I'm saying? We don't get a lot of love and recognition that we deserve. We have all of these women empowerment songs. I wanted to kind of switch it up. So I have a song on there for them. And yeah, it's a variety of music that I feel like a lot of people can enjoy. And I'm just, lyrically, I feel like I really did my thing on my first album.
Right, right. Even listening to the album, it has that LA Cool J and that Missy Elliott, flair. Like I mentioned it to you before, and I think some of them, which I listed, like Pop That, that's my favorite. King in competition.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
yeah, yeah, it has that flair. And I was like, oh, he's bringing back, like you mentioned, '80s flair, like LA Cool J. So I was like, okay, he's bringing something. He's bringing something. But no, I love the album. It's good. You did a
You
great
found my
job.
inspiration. Thank you. I'm very,
Yeah.
I'm very proud of my project. Just for me being an independent artist right now, and that's the first thing that I came out with. It just, it sets the tone for people to know what I'm going to be bringing to the table. And I'm also, preparing to get back in the studio and get prepared for another project. So definitely
Hmm.
stay tuned. I'm still coming with the music and the freestyles. Music videos are coming soon, so I'm just excited to kind of just take it up a notch.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. You don't have any music videos coming, like what this
I
year
have
or next year?
I'm gonna start it in the beginning of the year just to kind of start the new year off right.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna be doing some music videos from the album.
Hmm.
I have two that I'm gonna be doing, and maybe a third one before I release my next project. But yeah, it's just I don't want it to be your typical video, and I feel like I just want to take my
Okay.
time and continue to be inspired so I can bring something different and
Okay.
something enjoyable and timeless. So it's coming though. It's definitely coming.
Well, I'm ready to see it, especially me. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. And if someone were to come up to you, Zeke, for advice to become a dancer and or artist, what would you tell them? What would you tell that individual?
I would definitely just make sure you do your homework and gain as much knowledge as possible, and just don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Um, to separate the two, if you want to be a dancer, get yourself into some dance classes, and don't get discouraged based off of the level of talent that you may have in the very beginning, but focus on where it's going to take you. A lot of people get discouraged and be like, "Oh, I can't dance," and this and that and the third. But I feel like everybody has the potential to do that. They just have to be willing to put in the work. It's not easy. Um, and then when it becomes being an artist, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you have to, do the work, write your songs, do your research when it comes to the industry, and just figure out what lane you want to pursue because they're both very competitive um, careers to pursue. So if you really want to do this, down the line for a long time, I would say, put in the work, do your research, and just not give up.
What are your goals for next year in 2023?
My goals for next year, for 2023, I haven't really thought about it. I told myself I'm not gonna really do any new resolutions or anything like
Right.
that. I feel like we say we're gonna do something and then we hold ourselves to such a high standard and then it just flop after the first month. So for me, it's just I want to just do more. I want to make sure that I do more music and work on my craft a lot more. Um, I want to make sure that I focus on hitting my goals when it comes to, you know, pushing the, you know, do my dancing and book these jobs. Uh, getting the love and support that I've been getting and just gaining my following up a lot more, and then also supporting those who've been supporting me in the industry, and
Right.
just being happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not getting no younger, and I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself anymore. I'm just going for the things that make me happy, and whatever happens, happens.
I
So,
was gonna say you are young. What are you talking about?
yeah, but I ain't getting no older, so
Okay.
I gotta make sure that I'm doing it strategically. But
Yeah. No,
yeah, just
I
still
feel you.
taking it one day at a time and just put in these small goals or these short term goals, so that way my long term goals can just come and swing in.
Yeah, I was gonna say keep it young, keep it fresh that you are. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So hope you got time. I got a trivia for you. Just like my other interviewees, there's gonna be three questions by me and Google.
I'm
So
ready for this.
just like one of my other interviewees, we had it as entertainment. So it's gonna be a what you know entertainment version part two. So
Okay.
are you ready, Z?
I know I'm nervous, but okay, I'm ready.
Don't be nervous. You professional, okay?
Okay.
Seasonal professional, like Beyonce said. You got
Don't
this.
see me sweat. Okay.
You got this. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Name a professional choreographer that worked with artists like Usher and Beyonce and formed a girl group June's Diary with Kelly Rowland. You told me this
Frank
when we met.
Gaston?
Yes!
Yes. Okay.
Yay!
I was like, I know it's not Chicago, but okay, yeah, it's definitely Frank Gaston.
Yes, yes. All right. So according to IMDb, rapper and actor LA Cool J's real name is James Todd Smith. What state is LA Cool J from?
What state?
Mm-hmm. Where he's
Okay.
from?
Isn't he originally from New York?
Yes,
Oh
you
yeah. Okay.
got this. Yes.
Because I'm like, because people confuse it because he has a song "I'm Going Back to Cali," but I'm like, yeah, he's a New Yorker. Is it
Yeah.
Queens?
Yes. Look like raised from Queens, Bayshore, Long Island, New York. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I
Yes.
know I'm not
Yeah,
tripping.
you
Yeah. Okay.
know. 2 points. 2 points.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And the last one, you got this. Which Grammy and Emmy Award winning artist is known for playing the flute?
Oh, Lizzo.
You won 3 out of 3. Yeah.
That wasn't too bad. Okay.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to say to the people, Zeke?
Just keep going after your dreams, regardless of what it may be. Uh, don't focus on how long it's going to take to get there, but just know that you are going to get there with just being consistent. The work ethic has to be there, and just not giving up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bet on yourself. Sometimes a lot of people don't do that, regardless if people don't support you. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Right.
like if you have that one person that's going to support you, I feel like that's enough. And just watch it gradually grow with time. Just stay in your bag, focus on you, and go for it. Don't give up.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I appreciate it, Zeke. Thank you so much for being interviewed on My Way to
Thank
Another
you.
Club. I had a great time with you.
Hey, me too. This is actually really, really fun. So I'm
Oh,
excited for our next interview that's coming soon.
oh,
Yes,
yes.
it's gonna be more.
Oh, just as what we talked, and for everybody who don't know, Zeke and I we met a couple years ago. I'm not going to tell where I work, but but of course, it's so funny. I won't say funny, but it was inspiring how Zeke and I were talking about, of course, like he said, manifesting and how he wanted to be in those shoes of professional dancers. It's a long day for me, but anyhow, and how he always want to perform for top artists like Lizzo and Saucy Santana and hopefully Beyonce. But
You want me to do Beyonce so bad, so we gonna work on her.
exactly. But we talked about it and then look where he's at this point in his career. And I'm just so happy for you, Zeke. And I cannot wait for, your next adventures and Beyonce.
Thank you. Listen, Beyonce is definitely gonna come. I just need to get her before she retires because I don't know what she got planned. But
Right.
I appreciate you for having me on your show.
Aw.
Just to get that recognition.
Yeah.
It's definitely I'm appreciative. I'm very very grateful. Things like this
Right.
show that I'm going in the right direction and doing what I need to do, and just for you to see it and for other people to see it, it means a lot. It means that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So thank you so much for having me.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for being part of my interview. I appreciate it, Zeke.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.